My angles are off for some reason. Gotta fix. Just gotta fix some stuff. Hey, Facebook Live. Happy Friday. I hope all is doing well. Hope everyone's okay. Everyone's doing good. It's just another day of daily motivation, 365 days of being consistent and keeping on track for 2020. Hey, Greg. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, everybody that's taking a look at this. Again, if I don't shout you out, I'm not dismissing you. It's just hard sometimes to see who's watching on Facebook. But I appreciate if you take your time to watch this, either now, live, or later. And today I want to talk about something that is going to be a little bit of a blow to the ego for many of us, even myself, is to know that you're wrong sometimes. I'm wrong sometimes. We're all wrong sometimes. We're not always right. Some things that we put out there is not always the exact right thing or the right information or the right concepts, or even sometimes we think things are one way when they could be completely another. And one thing, I even have this problem, is admitting when I'm wrong, even to myself, that sometimes it's hard to admit, you know what, I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. I didn't do everything right. I didn't put in my best effort. I didn't say the right thing. I didn't do the right thing. And, even in my own self-development, I've been in for years, there's still demons that I still have to fight, and I fight them every day. But, T.D. Jakes said this quote to me once: you cannot defeat something you do not confront. I'll repeat that. You cannot defeat something you do not confront. Meaning, if you hide it and push it underneath the rug and act or pretend that something doesn't exist, it'll always stay around. You cannot defeat it because you won't confront it. And for years, I didn't confront many attributes of myself that were detrimental to my own self-development, to my own success. I was doing to myself. I was blaming everyone around me. I was blaming, my parents. I was blaming the society. I was blaming the government. I was blaming my schooling. I was blaming everybody except the one person that could actually do something about it. And when I could actually admit my wrongness to myself, that's when life changed for me. When I could look at it dead in the eye and say, you know what, Rich? You got to make a change. They don't have to change. They don't have to do anything. You have to make the change. You have to make the adjustment in order to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Versus putting it on other people, put it on you. And that's what I found for myself. When I could admit it, it's the best thing in the world for me. And just even business-wise, I had a friend, she's watched this before, Katina. We were supposed to do something with each other. I was supposed to help her with a video. And I remember, this was actually like 2 years ago. She wrote me a check to say, okay, help me complete this video. But things got wonky in my life and her own life, and it just never happened. And I remember sitting at home 2 years later thinking, you know what? I never did that thing for Katina. That's on me. I owe her a refund. And I remember I messaged her and said, hey, your refund's on the way. And she was like, oh, wow, I thought you forgot. Thank you. But I never forgot, because I had to admit that even though my heart, I put my best foot forward in it and I wanted it to happen, I couldn't make it happen. I couldn't make it happen. And I have to admit that to myself. I can say, okay, Rich, what could have you done better? What could have you adjusted? Maybe don't let your personal life get involved in your business, and make sure that you clamp down and make it happen. I don't know. But first, I had to admit it. I was wrong. And I was wrong for holding somebody else's money that was not my own. And that's why I immediately refunded her money. And I do that with most things. I try in my own, it's not easy. Sometimes your ego gets in the way and says, oh, no, you ain't wrong. They wrong. Because what happens is when we let our ego not let us admit our wrongness, we start creating justifications. Justifications in order to get revenge, in order to hurt other people, in order to do the wrong thing. Why? Because we're justifying the wrongness through somebody else. Well, they did that to me, so they deserve that revenge. No, they don't. That's you. You have to admit, hey, you know what? maybe I shouldn't have got involved with them. I knew that person wasn't the best. Get how you can change. And then when you can start adjusting yourself and start creating principles to live your own life, you stop making those same mistakes and you stop even attracting the same type of people. But I realized that once I started admitting, hey, Rich, you can't change other people, but you could only change you. But you could only change you when you admit that the change needs to happen. If you don't admit it to yourself, you'll always justify why you're where you are. I've done it for many years, and it's held me back for many years. I always justified something. It was always somebody else. It was always something else. I justified it wholeheartedly. But until I could admit it, Rich, there's nothing's going to change. It's like my mentor Jim Rohn quotes, you want things to change? You have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. And I'm still trying to get better in my own life every single day. And I have to admit to myself, Rich, you're not where you want to be because you haven't took the right steps. You haven't go wholehearted. There's still demons that you have to fight and have to get rid of. There's things that I had to look myself in the mirror every day and say, you know what? It's you. It's not them. It's not your parents. It's not your upbringing. It's not the economy. It's not the job. It's not the people at the job. It's not the market. It's not the customers. It's not the clients. It's you. So if you want things to change, you have to change. But you can only do it first by admitting if you were wrong. I really appreciate you, everyone taking your time. Aline, thank you. I hope I said your name right. Aileen. Mary, thank you. Let me see if I can see. Benjamin, thank you. Jazz, of course, thank you. And I appreciate everyone taking your time to watch this. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. And I know for many people, just admitting you're wrong is like the hardest thing in the world, but it's very therapeutic. It's extremely therapeutic to say, you know what, that's on me, man. That's on me. I'll fix it. I'll make the changes. I'll make the adjustments. I'll improve. That's on me, baby. Don't worry about it. That's on me. That argument, it's on me. Getting sick, that's on me. That car accident, that's on me. The fight, that's on me. The humiliation, that's on me. The loss of money, that's on me. Not being where you want to be, that's on me. And that's makes me happy because I know if I could change me, I could change any situation. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone taking their time to watch this. Nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong. Nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong. Sometimes you just gotta admit it. Just like, hey, baby, that's on me, baby. I'm sorry. I'll improve. I'll do better. Because that's the only way you can do better if you know you can do better. Well, again, thank you so much. Aline, thank you for your comments.